Alright, I'm good. I have a few slam poem things I can do. I consist of kind of nothing but politics, so I have two poems that are political and one that's not, so I might just intersperse the non-political ones. You can have a break from me for a bit. I can also sing stuff. I don't have instruments, but if you want me to just sit up here annoying you with my propaganda, I can do that. So I'll just be here for a while. But anyway. Nothing I have ever written has a title, by the way. So. In these times, as waves wash children dead on distant shores, as American weapons bring more charcoal and blood to desert sands, Islamophobia breaches the walls of even our rich white liberal snow globes. Fear builds nests from the twigs of our ignorance. In one breath, we share snapshots of tragedy across social media, berate ourselves for doing nothing. In another breath, we say we ought to keep the refugees out because they're probably terrorists. They say it's in their religion, but the religion whose doctrines mandate war and terror is not Islam, it is US foreign policy. But while faraway places reap the seeds we sowed, we forget. We take the people fleeing violence we visited on them, brand them pitied, or else the enemy. We look at our neighbors, forget we worship the same God, brand them dangerous. We look at the politicians, forcing the same doctrine down the throats of countries whose names we can't pronounce, while spoon-feeding us national insecurity. Call those politicians brave and honorable and patriotic? No. It is long past time to rewrite this story. Call those politicians and the Pentagon liars and hate mongers and war criminals. Call the corporate media drug dealers of false stories that go down sweet and come back bitter. Call those refugees victims of a massive geopolitical war game where no one ever wins, spreading terror and calling it democracy, bombing terror, but you can't bomb terror. You can only bomb people, and we have. But the winds are turning. The fallout is coming home to roost, blowing gusts of dispossessed people away from the shards of shattered countries. We project our pity off the static of media hysteria. We long for the story that will call us savior. But we cannot play savior for people whose nightmares bear our mark. And we must not reduce them to stick figures in our power plays, trade humanitarianism for xenophobia in the blink of an eye. This story does need rewriting, but we need not think ourselves heroes, so call them survivors and redefine enemy. Enemy, war. Enemy, Islamophobia. Enemy, empire. Enemy, racism. Enemy, fear. Enemy, hatred. Enemy, the masterminds of policies that are burning the cradle of our history. Maybe that's why it's so hard to remember what we've done. Second poem.